Perhaps more than any other person in the field of personal development, Dale Carnegie changed the human relations movement. His world-famous course, How to Win Friends and Influence People, has now helped literally millions of people. Looking back on his own life, Carnegie saw that worry and fear were the two forces that held him back from achieving his own personal success. Conquering worry and fear gave Carnegie a new hold on life. He then made it his life's mission to help others overcome worry and fear so they could achieve their dreams. Now, in the 12 sessions of this program, you too can benefit from 9 decades of insights on human relations that millions of people have discovered from the Dale Carnegie organization. After experiencing the 5 essential people skills, how to assert yourself, listen to others, and resolve conflicts, you'll gain the ability to focus on the factors that will move yourself and the organization you work at forward. And you'll discover the principles that will make people feel good about themselves, what they're doing, and about you while you're getting your message across with power and clarity. You'll learn what assertiveness really is, and maybe even more importantly, what it is not. You'll know how to get the very best from people without making the mistakes that others have made trying to be assertive. You'll build loyalty, instill confidence, and bring out creativity in others when you demonstrate assertiveness skills. When you hone these skills, you'll add to your bottom line as well. You'll learn how to let people know exactly what's expected of them and to be crystal clear about what they can expect from you. You don't need to be a powerhouse or have a dominating personality. The skills taught to you in this program can be applied by anyone. You'll learn to be flexible, adaptable, trustworthy, and above all, a clear and decisive communicator. As you change, you'll be surprised how others around you will do the same. You'll inspire not only yourself, but others to achieve great results. You'll learn specific strategies and tactics for applying assertiveness in a variety of situations. In the past 20 years, there has been an explosion of books and audio programs on developing effective people skills. Dale Carnegie was one of the pioneers that set this process in motion. Today, the Dale Carnegie success building principles are even more relevant than ever. These timeless principles are the fundamental building blocks for all successful ventures. It doesn't matter if you're a coach of a basketball team, the manager of the marketing division of your company, the parent of a growing family, or wherever you are in life. Every person needs to know the relationship-building skills that Dale Carnegie taught. And now, the Nightingale Conant Corporation is pleased to bring you the 5 essential people skills, how to assert yourself, listen to others, and resolve conflicts from the Dale Carnegie organization.
Almost 70 years ago, Dale Carnegie published a book that is truly one of the most influential works of the past 100 years. That book was called How to Win Friends and Influence People, and the ideas that it contains are every bit as valid today as they were in 1936 when the book first appeared. Before the publication of Dale Carnegie's book, the whole idea of people skills didn't really exist. Yet today, we take it for granted that some approaches are better than others in human interactions. Yet despite the huge importance of how to win friends and influence people, no one should think that it represents the last word on the topic of people skills. Certainly Dale Carnegie would never have made that assertion. While fully appreciating the timeless principles that were put forward in Carnegie's book, we also need to see how the meaning of people skills is changing in the 21st century. Just think of it. In the 1930s, a huge percentage of Americans did not have telephones in their homes, and a sizable number didn't even have electricity. Today, of course, it's impossible to discuss a topic like people skills, especially in a business environment, without referring to the internet, cell phones, and emails. The technologies have certainly speeded up the way things get done in the modern workplace, but they've also raised the expectations of how fast things need to get done. It's strange but true. Work in many ways has become easier and faster, but work-related tensions are probably higher than ever before. And when tensions are high, the potential for friction between individuals rises proportionately. So this is the reality you're living in. This is the environment in which you must learn to succeed. It doesn't really matter what area of the economy you're in because the same forces are at play everywhere. Dale Carnegie said it very well. No matter what your line of work, even if it's in one of the technical professions, your degree of success depends on your ability to interact effectively with other people. In the sessions that follow, we're going to look closely at exactly what's involved in those interactions. We've deliberately tried to make the subjects in this program very specific and sharply focused. There are already fine programs on the market dealing with conventional topics like effective listening or how to make a good sales presentation. And that's why we're going to be looking at new areas like rapport building, curiosity, and ambition. Still, there is one aspect of people skills that can never really receive enough attention because it's really the foundation of every kind of effective human interaction. I'm speaking of assertiveness. And assertiveness is so important that it will be our focus in both the first and second sessions of our program. So let's get started. We'll begin by looking at the real meaning of assertiveness in today's work environment. And in doing so, we'll see how assertiveness differs from other less effective forms of communication. We're fortunate to live in a country where you have the right to be treated fairly. What's more, when you feel you're not being treated fairly, you also have the right to insist on being treated fairly. Exercising this right means clearly, tactfully, and effectively expressing your preferences, needs, opinions, and feelings. But this is more than just a right. You even have a responsibility to do these things. Because if you don't, you're not only depriving yourself of what you deserve, you're also depriving the people around you of the real contributions you have to make. Putting these rights and responsibilities into action is what assertiveness really means. Assertiveness is the middle ground between the two extremes of aggressiveness and passivity. An aggressive person is self-centered, inconsiderate, hostile, and arrogantly demanding. A passive person is weak, compliant, and disrespectful of his or her own best interests. Between these two poles, there are people who know how to make their ideas known without preventing others from doing likewise. People who can do that are assertive people, and the purpose of this program is to show you how to become one of them. Believe me, when you achieve that, you'll be doing what's best for yourself and for everyone around you. While it's easy to characterize people who are blatantly aggressive or extremely passive, it's not always easy to express exactly what constitutes assertive behavior. Like many other important human qualities, assertiveness is easier to recognize than it is to define. So let's begin by looking at some real-life situations in which the quality of assertiveness can come into play.